House of Underdog talk, man. House of Underdog pod, man. We back with another one, man. You know we not sticking our toes in. We jumping straight in. You know what I'm saying? And we jumping in with that NBA talk, bro. First and foremost, get well soon, Jimmy Butler. I fuck with Jimmy, bro. Like, he coming out one of his this year, like, his most efficient seasons. Um, Showing how much of an all-around basketball player he is, how much of a playmaker he is. He's showing his IQ. He's a high IQ player, um, elite on both ends of the floor. Very impactful, winning player, bro. And it just sucks that he has to go down with that torn ACL, bro, because Warriors was clicking, but to a certain extent, that Kaminga situation is what it is because when it comes down to winning playoff basketball and they need a guy like Kaminga, or if you're not going to utilize Kaminga, they need a trade piece, right? So now that Jimmy is hurt, um, again, it sucks, bruh. It sucks, bruh. But if you're Golden State, what you do? You feel me? Like, he's 36, right? He's 36 years young. Um, we all know Golden State is trying to maximize Curry's window. You know what I'm saying? So I seen shit like they talking about trading Jimmy this year. As far as for contract purposes, obviously similar to the Damian Lillard situation when Dame got hurt. When it was available to trade, they traded him to bring in the Miles Turner piece. You feel me? Or they released him, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may have been with that situation, I think they released him. But it wouldn't be no Miles Turner if they didn't make that move to go separate ways with Dame. End of that story. Moral of that story as well. So it's like, I wouldn't hope Golden State does that because, I think you gonna do what you gonna do with Kaminga. Either way it go, you gonna move on from him. So you might as well play him so his value so you can increase his value. You don't do shit if he's not playing, his value is decreasing. It is what it is. So it's either you gonna play him and try to maximize his value within this window before the trade deadline, or you gonna make a move sooner than the trade deadline. That's the whole thing with Golden State right now. They got assets now. I think Kaminga is an asset. I fuck with Kaminga. I'm just looking at the situation like everybody else is, as far as outside looking in. Kaminga, I can't tell you the exact number right now of strength. I ain't telling no caps on this. But, consecutive games of DMPs. It ain't no secret, with that situation. Kaminga's a hell of a talent. Wherever he go, he gon' kill, bro. Golden State definitely the Golden State, uh, it is what it is with that situation. You know what I'm saying? Kaminga is a hell of a young talent. Draymond Green had came out with a clip just saying about how it was a situation with Kaminga on the bench with Pies and Draymond was there just observing. Pies had got subbed out, and he was just saying like how he felt like he should be back in the game, XYZ. And Kaminga just was, giving him a little game, bro. Just, real as a great teammate would, basically saying Steve Kerr's perspective, and keeping it about the team in the most professional way. Um, so that clip is out there. Shout out Draymond Green for sure for putting that out there to the people. Um, but yeah, it's I think that they can still get MPJ because they was possibly could get MPJ without moving Jimmy. So if you can still get MPJ, I think that helps for sure. I think that helps. And if you can make another move, because Golden State has assets, um, so I think MPJ. Um, I've been seeing DeMar DeRozan. I mean, I'm not against that. Um, I think MPJ. It ain't. I mean, to me, MPJ would be a better fit in that system than DeRozan. Um, DeRozan will fit in that system though, but MPJ would definitely be a better fit. Um, I think if they can get a big, bro, a center, Golden State can get a center, bro. Like they definitely gotta make some moves though, at least two moves. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that shit suck, bro. I fuck with Jimmy, bro. Feel me? Um, some other teams who I think should make some moves though. I think Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I think the Hornets, if they can get a center, bro. If the Hornets can get a center. Boy, if the Hornets get a center, bro. I think if the Pelicans can make a move, they got a lot of young assets over there, bro. But like, they got a lot of young players who do the same things. Like they got three guards. Even though DeJounte Murray ain't played yet, they got four guards. DeJounte, Jordan Poole, uh, the Fears, and Alvarado. You see what I'm saying? And all four of them, I'm pretty sure is in the rotation. You got Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. Um, you got Zion, Derek Queen. You got Sadiq Bey, Vesey, the center over there. I don't know. I just think they can. They record shouldn't be 10-35. Um, but I think they like a. They got the assets. They just need to polish it up. So like simplify it. You know what I mean? If you got four, divide that bit, get two. You know what I mean? And subtracting that two, you getting a piece, a very impactful piece. You see what I'm saying? Maybe a very impactful. I don't know, bro. They just gotta. I don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of players who could be playing, but it's like they play the same position and shit like that, bro. Like I don't know. I just don't like all the so good pieces. Just not like for them to draft another guard in this draft is just crazy to me. And I fought with Fears. Like he's gonna be tough in this league for sure. He's gonna be nice. But just like you got DeJounte, you got Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole can do the same thing Fears do. Fears can do the same thing Jordan Poole can do it to a certain extent. You see what I'm saying? So you got Alvarado, like he's impactful, especially with his defense ability. So it's like, I don't know. I fuck with the pieces though. I'm gonna keep repeating that though. I like the pieces that they got. They just, you know what I'm saying. I feel like they can polish it up. The best way to say it, polish the team up. So divide certain shit. You know, if you got 4 point guards, divide that. Now you got 2 point guards. You know what I'm saying. But with that tool, you added a piece. Like so, I think Milwaukee should have a better record, and then they have now they 18-24. Um, with the Bucks situation, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know, bro. It's too early. I'm gonna hold off on that take right now. You know, I'm gonna hold off on that take. Kings, bro. I think the Kings should just fuck around, and Sacramento Kings should just focus on making the play in, bro. Like they can make the play in. Like they've been having good momentum as of recently, so they can make the fucking play in, bro. You know what I mean? Don't blow this up. You got the pieces, bro. Shout out Dylan Cardwell too, man. Yes, sir. Impactful. You feel me? Very impactful over there in Sacramento. But I think they should just aim to focus on, hey, they record 12-31, but let's end the season this and this. You know what I mean? Let's aim for that play in. Cause I mean, like right now, the 10th seed is 19-24. Sacramento is the 14th seed. They 12-31. The 10th seed is the Clippers, right? Kawhi just recently didn't travel with the team with this current road trip because of left knee issues, or just one of the knees, but knee issue. Fuck, bro. I hate injuries, bro, because I fuck with Kawhi, bro. Like, I fuck with these boys, bro, as far as, like, bro, Kawhi a hell of a player, bro. Jimmy a hell of a player, bro. And for all this injury shit, bro, both of them hooping, bro. Especially with the Clippers, though. It affects the Clippers for sure because their offense, their system is harder than Kawhi. You feel me? To me, Clippers don't have that much depth. So I feel like, and then you got Memphis 18-23. You got Dallas, which, man, Dallas should be top 10 right now if they. I don't know, Dallas. Man, listen, man. You telling me with that roster, they're 18-26. Dallas don't need nothing. This one I was talking about the Clippers and other, but Dallas don't need nothing. They don't need nothing. They just need the coaching wise. Stop with all the man. Focus on getting to the playoffs, bro. This ain't nothing about no building around Cooper. Shout out Cooper, but man, come on, you got a hell of a roster, bro. What is we talking about? Nico should still be in charge. Shout out Nico. Nico shouldn't have never been fired. He put together a hell of a roster. You know what I'm saying? They over that way trying to goddamn, man, come on, man. Fuck out of here. Get his team, this roster is crazy. The depth is crazy. Jason Kidd, come on, I fuck with J Kidd, but come on, bro. Utah ain't trying to win this year. And then Sacramento. So it's like Sacramento should just aim for that play-in spot. You know what I'm saying? I think Houston, they should get a point guard. I think I ain't gonna say no too many names, but a PG will be nice over that way. Minnesota. I think the only thing with Minnesota is, like, if anything, is they guard they PG spot, but they got like PGs that they kind of got like I ain't gonna say that, but like I'm gonna say that like damn near every personnel you want to try to complement with Ant. You got to score and Rob and Bones. You got a more of a pass first and like play defense in Mike Conley. You got a two-way who can shoot the fuck out of that bitch and play off of you in DiVincenzo. So it's like Mike Conley gonna set it up easier for you because he's spotting up corner or spotting up wing like. So it's more so like you got the personnel that, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know if Minnesota makes a move for real. Um, I think they got the roster. I think they got what you want. I seen Julius Randle play great defense on Wemby recently when they came to Minnesota. I'm talking about great defense. He really showed his value. So it's like, if anything, they would probably sell high on Julius, but at the same time, I don't even too much see that. So I don't think OKC or the Spurs make a move. I think Denver kind of stays content with their roster. They know Jokic is, coming back off injury soon. Aaron Gordon is, recently came back. Christian Brown is recently came back, but in and out still. Cal Johnson, hopefully he's on the way back. So they seen the emerge of Peyton Watson since some of these guys have been out. So I mean, I think they kind of stay content with their roster. I ain't gonna lie. I think Phoenix. I don't know. I don't think they gonna. I think they. I mean, they 27-17 right now. So I think they cool. You know, me personally, I still don't think the D Book and Jay Green it could work. Of course, yes, but I don't. I don't too much. I still want D Book playing off ball, playing the two guard spot. And yes, Jay Green will open up the floor for him. Just to, you know. So I think they kind of stay content. But I would look to move Jay Green. But Jay Green's been hurt. He don't miss like 30. Man, he don't miss a lot of games this year. So I fuck with Jay Green. But we'll see. I got to see about that fit right there. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. It could be damn sure exciting though. I think the Lakers, bro. I think they either go. I think Lakers might fuck around and go home run type of. I ain't gonna lie. I just thought of some shit recently, and I'm gonna say that. Do the Lakers sell high on AR? Do they sell high on AR? Would you go get a Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton for an AR, a Rui, a Vando pick? Is that too much? You get a ceiling wise to me potentially two-way, elite two-way in Nick Clax, and we seeing what MPJ is. That's the reason why Brooklyn is selling high on him. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way he should really be in trade talks, but he's 6'10". Any contested shot from the outside of him, perspective wise, and viewed through lens, they looking at it like bad shot. To him, he can't really see that. He's hitting it efficiently, right? So it's like a 6'10" MP man, he really getting to show who he is with that rock in his hand. So, but you complement that with Luka, who's gonna generate him good looks. You still got Brian. You feel me? Like now you move Ayton to the bench. Ayton more can now you want to score now, big fella? Come out that bench and now you can get the ball in your hands a little bit more as far as like you getting about 4 to 6 more shot attempts now. You see what I'm saying? Do the Lakers go like that type of look? Or like how do they go? You know what I mean? I do think they move Rui Hachimura, aka Hibachi. I fuck with Rui. But I do think they look to move Rui. But I wouldn't be overly surprised if they trade high on AR. I don't think they will. But it's like Lakers by chips. They not thinking, man. Lakers trying to, man. They got Luka Bron right now, bro. AR2, you know. We ain't even gonna AR2. They thinking chip. They know they're a few pieces away. Obviously, I don't buy into that. Oh, they need defenders, bro. They got Marcus Smart. They got Vando, who recently just got back in the rotation from DMPs, who's very impactful on the defensive end as a much improved catch and shoot shooter. You see what I'm saying? Jake has good two-way ability. You see what I'm saying? I don't buy into that, bro, because they can easily run one of them in multiple lineups, bro. You can start Vando with Luka, AR, Bron, and Ayton. Start Vando at the 4. Or you can start Smart. And you can bring the other out the bench. So I don't buy into that defensive take. Yes, and Jake, like I said, is a 6'7", 6'8", two-way. So I don't really buy into that. AR shows effort on defense. He ain't just no cone. He shows effort. You know what I'm saying? But you know they could use a piece, but they could also go home run and sell Howard AR for sure. I'm really intrigued to see what the Lakers do, because we all know Lake Show, biggest market in the NBA, they gon' make a splash, bro. Bron got a no trade clause, so we ain't even gonna too much buy into none of that shit unless he feel like it. You feel me? Portland situation, I'm trying to see what they gonna sell. I don't necessarily think they buying. I think they selling. I think they'll try to get off on Drew Holiday possibly. Um, but I mean they sitting ninth right now, 22-22. Drew has been hurt recently. I think he came back recently though. But we'll see. Um, Memphis, I think Memphis fuck around and keep Ja. There's a report today he want to stay in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It's the best to stay in Memphis, be that guy in Memphis. You know that shit revolve around you in Memphis. You know the shots you can take and get in Memphis. Just gotta buy into that system a little more, John. That shit, set up for you to be great in this shit, family. Like the shoe line, I think you got the hardest hoop shoot ever, bruh. This shit can go great for you, I ain't gonna lie. But either way it go, you gonna be you and you gonna hoop. So I think Memphis stay with Ja. And if they do, I think they try to move they got, I don't know, I think they make a move to try to buy and get into this playoffs, this play in for sure. Charlotte, like I said, I think they need a center. Milwaukee, we're just gonna see. I think they got a good roster. If anything, they move Kuzma. If they don't trade Giannis, they move Kuzma. It ain't the right fit. It could be, but it ain't. Atlanta, I do think Atlanta make another move. They should make another move. They should. Chicago. I mean, if Chicago don't get AD, I don't think they do nothing too crazy. Miami, I think they aiming to get a Ja. Miami gonna make a move. Miami gonna make a move for sure. They 22-21. To me, they already got a great roster. Great roster. Hell of a roster. Hell of a personnel. Tyler Hero has been hurt, yes. So that's a big piece. But I think they got a personnel. They deep. They got depth for sure. Cleveland, I think they just playing the wrong combination of lineups, bruh. I don't think Cleveland should not be 24-20, bruh. They should probably have 15 losses, bruh. They combination of lineups, not fuck with Kenny Atkinson, but they combination of lineups, bro. DeAndre Hunter should be starting, bro. What are we doing, bro? Like, shout out D Wade over there in Cleveland. I'm not talking about Dwayne Wade that retired, but Shout out D Wade, bro. But he shouldn't be starting over DeAndre Hunter, bro. I just think they combination of lineups could be way better, and then there'd be a way better basketball team. I think Orlando. I mean, I think they chilling. 23-19. Franz Wagner been, they don't have a couple injuries. Pablo don't miss some time. Fred Wagner don't miss some time. The other Wagner twin don't miss some time. He's recently coming back. So Anthony Black has emerged. I think they cool. I think they just focused on getting healthy and building that camaraderie, chemistry, all that. Philly, I think they just trying to ramp everybody up, stay healthy. PG, ramp up, stay healthy. Most importantly, Joel, he's been on a tear recently. Just sticking to the program that they had already placed with no back-to-backs and okay, yeah, we had a game here. We didn't have a back-to-back, but you're still not going to play this game. Just slowly ramp it up. Maxi, VJ, them guys have been stirring the ship the right way. So let's ramp up PG. Let's ramp up Joel. Come playoff time, they should be on track, right? We're not tripping about the All-Stars. We're not tripping about the first team. All that extra curriculum. We're just trying to focus on you ramping up and getting to the playoffs healthy, right? So I think they chilling. I do think they could, make some moves, trade Jerry McCain. Maybe I just think they need they kind of got. I don't like the PG at power forward situation. I think they should kind of move. And they got assets though. That's what I'm saying. They got the Jared McCain, they got the Quentin Grimes, and I fought with Kelly, but they got the Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Oubre. So I just think they can polish up that power forward position. That'll be it if anything. Toronto, I think they 25-19. They fourth in the East. They kind of chilling. If anything, they'll do something to. Toronto could shake this shit up though, bro. If they wanted to, bro. They really could. They could try to move with R.J. Barrett and they center Patel. I think this is like name, Jacob Patel. They could. Toronto got assets to shake this shit up. If they really wanted to say, fuck it, Scotty Barnes, you are a point guard. They could shake shit up. I'm telling you, they got assets. I don't know. They can move a Grady Dick. You see what I'm saying? So they got assets. But I think they chilling, though. But if Toronto really want to say, fuck it, let's go win that mode, they could make some splashes, bro, for certain players. But like I said, I think they chilling. I think New York, if anything, they might make a big splash. They might trade Cat. But I just think they could be, they bench, bro. I think they got a good starting five. Especially to complement each other. But I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I think New York, I think Mike Brown is capable of getting them out of a slump. But I don't know, bro. I think if anything, they would look to trade Cat. Obviously, they need more bench help. I like Jordan Clarkson there off the bench, but I don't know. It ain't really consistent for them out that bench as far as just their whole bench. I ain't talking about JC. I don't know. But New York Knicks ain't been like that as of recent years with their bench play. So Boston still sitting up top. They second in the East, 26-16, and this with no Tatum. So I think Boston, shit, they chilling. They could make a move, but I think they chilling. They definitely need a big, you know what I'm saying, and a four and a five. But I think for the most part, if they don't make a move for a big, they chilling. A big would definitely help though, for sure. But I think they chilling. They trying to really, shit. I don't think Tatum play this year, honestly, but it ain't. Yeah, I think they chilling. They cool, but they definitely need to make a move for playoff basketball. Center, for sure. Detroit, they got a couple assets that can splash it up, and I'm not talking about the Thompson twin or Cade or or during. So, if they 31-10, they first in the East. I think they could still be beat in playoff basketball. You know, a healthy Philly. Toronto could get them a good run for their money. Orlando could get them a good run for their money. Cleveland with the right combinations could get them a good run for their money. Miami could, depending on what they do. So it's like, I think Detroit needs to make a move. I don't think they need to get content with this regular season shit. Remember how Toronto was always finishing top in the East back in the day when Brown was in the East? That shit never mattered, bro. But it matters to a certain extent. But so like OKC's and Spurs top two in the East type of shit, their shit is not a fluke. OKC just won a ship last year. Spurs is not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? That roster is, more so polished. I think Detroit could just make a simple you know what I mean? A simple hey now, you a rock star, get your game on, get paid, a move that could really put them up, bro. They can get listen, just hear me out. They can get a Giannis to compliment a Cade and still, just hear me out. They can get a Giannis, bro. That'd be crazy. AD would not hurt them at all. Especially if you can kick Duren too. I think Detroit got assets to make a fucking move for sure. Man, that's House of Underdog talk, man. That's House of Underdog pie, man. Y'all stay tuned with the boy, man. We got a whole lot of shit coming. You feel me? But shit, if you tuned in, let me know. Let me know what you think about this vid. Let me know some trade scenarios y'all see, y'all think. You feel me? It's gonna be a splash at this deadline for sure. Because this championship up in the air. It's coming out the West as of right now, though. But it's up in the air because Detroit could shake this shit up. Toronto could really shake this shit up. But stay tuned, man. House of Underdog Talk.